everyone, today I am going to teach you how to apply peel and stick wallpaper. Now, this wall was originally textured, but I've sanded it down with my sander to remove most of the bumps. It's not completely and perfectly smooth, but it's definitely good enough for wallpaper. So, first things first, I want to make sure my ceiling is level, because if not, the entire pattern is going to be crooked. So, I have picked the most unstable chair I have in the house to stand on. Great choice. Don't recommend doing this at home. And once I get up here, I am just going to see if my ceiling is level. It is not. I obviously knew this. My ceiling goes up, but now I'm gonna check, get down as carefully as I can. I'm gonna check over here. Still not super level, unfortunately. Oh, actually it is level. Okay, so because this angle is level over here, I know that I need to make it straight with the edge, not with the top. So how I'm going to do that is, I've already cleaned my wall. That's very important. Make sure you clean your wall so that this paper actually sticks. Mine is from Amazon. Mine on my website, maggiemcgall.com, is cheaper, but I don't have this pattern. So what I'm going to do is start at the top or at the bottom, it doesn't really matter. The bottom would probably be harder just because this pattern is top to bottom. And I am going to line it up with the edge. My corners of my wall are a little rounded, so it's not going to be perfect, unfortunately. Now, because the ceiling goes up, I kind of have like angled ceilings. I want to add a little bit extra because if not, as you can see, it's going to not completely line up. So I'm just going to kind of push it up a little bit. To where there is enough, get that cobweb off my ceiling, let the world know. It's great. It's going to be, I'm going to go with right there. And I'm going to get a razor afterwards and cut this off. I want to make sure it's lined up again with the side over here. That's the priority. And whenever you undo it, someone just walked by and my door's wide open. I heard them talking to myself. All right, that is perfectly straight with the wall. So I am going to keep my finger there and go ahead and peel off this corner, peel off the entire top. Be very careful, you don't want it to overlap on itself, and the cheaper, thinner wallpaper does that much easier. This is not cheap, so I wish it was. Get up high, that should work. Make sure the side is completely angled correctly. And now I'm going to go under and just pull it down, pull that underneath down, and smooth it as it comes down. If you, like I just did, made a bump, pull it up and go down again. As many times as you need. Try to keep that to a minimum because it will start to lose its stickiness. But it's okay to do it a few times. All right, so we have a slight dilemma. Over here is starting to not line up. So I would have to redo that entire wall. So now it's time for part 2, the second strip. This is personally my least favorite part because it has to line up the entire way down. You can't have gaps, you can't have the pattern get off. And my ceilings are a little crooked. So I'm gonna have to get up on the stool again, pray for me, and try to get it lined up. Fortunately, this pattern repeats itself every like 8 inches or so. Very easy pattern. Others are not like this, so make sure when you get it, you keep this in mind. For me, I think I got really lucky, but maybe not. So I can't just go with this first pattern, even though it does line up, because my ceilings are crooked. I'll have some ceilings showing, you see? Can you see that? Hopefully you can. So I'm gonna have to go to the next bird. Pick it up so this is crooked. I'm cutting the head off. Okay. Looks good to me. Whew. I've cut off that excess, I'm pushing it down. Now, whenever you're ordering wallpaper, obviously you need to measure your wall first, but keep in mind the pattern may not perfectly align. So if you're down to just like a foot or less, you're kind of betting on whether or not that pattern's gonna line up right. So what you need to do is order a little bit more than what you think you may need. For instance, look at, this is all I have to cover. And I had to order an entire new roll for that. I made the personal decision to cut off a smaller strip. This isn't the exact width I need, it's a little extra, but it's a lot easier to manage on such a small strip like this. Same as before, I need to line up this, not the top. Slow and steady really, really does matter here. I've smoothed it out. I'm just gonna use sharp scissors or a razor and follow along the edge of the wall. Now I have this overhang over here. What I'm gonna do is push it around that corner because it's gonna be a lot easier to cut straight down than at an angle going around. And that's it. I'm done. I can't believe it. I don't know how long, it took about 45 minutes from start to finish, including sanding, to get this little patch of wall done. I have never done a huge wall. That would be probably an all-day project, but I really, really love how it turned out. I plan to paint the walls probably white or something because I don't really like how it's clashing with that, but yeah. Hopefully this helped. If you have any questions about peel and stick wallpaper, you can drop them in the comments. Happy to answer them. Good luck on your project.